Welcome to another week of The Achievers. I am Tamara McHale. Now, last week we started our interview with Mrs. Andrea Coy, CEO of Hardware and Lumber, a subsidiary of Grace Kennedy Company, sharing with us how she has managed to turn around the company. This week we get a bit more personal and find out her strides over the years. Andrea, welcome again to The Achievers.
Thank you, Tamara. It's great to be back.
Last week on The Achievers, we delved into how CEO Andrea Coy managed to stabilize Hardware and Lumber and yield major profits for the Grace Kennedy subsidiary in less than a year. Andrea's appointment, however, as CEO of the company in April 2012 was rather historical, as she became the first female CEO of the company.
At the time when I was being appointed, I did not even realize I was the first female. Really. I heard that maybe a month later from our group chief HR, Dr. Jones. So for me, it's really has not had anything to do with the gender. The biggest issue for people in the industry or persons here at Hardware and Lumber was that I was coming from a predominantly food background. And so it was felt, how do you transition from food to this kind of industry? And the transition has been easy. I'm surrounded with good, talented people who understand the business. My role is to pull everybody together, to be the coach, the mentor, to guide, to lead. And so it has worked well. Having said that, yes, the days are long. They are. I try to get in early. We start working at 8, and I'll get in maybe like 7:15 to try and just clear some things before I have to step into the role of the coach and the mentor, and and that day, lots of meetings, interacting with customers and suppliers. And so the day, typically, I will leave here officially, maybe 5:30, but work continues after that. I have a considerate team, though, and they've been insisting that I need to balance some more, so they want to see less emails from me at night. So I've been working on that.
Prior to Hardware and Lumber, Andrea served as general manager for High-Low Food Stores and was also employed at Grace Kennedy Food and Services Limited World Brand Services Division, also in the same capacity as general manager. How then did she make the transition to taking over at Hardware and Lumber?
Hardware and Lumber is a nice fusion of both. Hardware and Lumber is retail, but it's also distribution. So I think those two positions prepared me adequately for coming to Hardware and Lumber. And the truth is a business. You're going to be looking at the same key issues, the same cost efficiency ratio we talked about earlier, margin management, your working capital management, because you need your cash, you need to ensure that your inventory is turning. And so it's no different, the key things that you're looking at from industry to industry. Your approach in how you solve the business issues may be different. But I think, those two experiences really, prepared me.
A certified chartered accountant by profession, Andrea's business experience is broad and includes working in finance, auditing, marketing, and more. With a certificate in turnaround management from Harvard Business School in 2011, Andrea was also nominated by Group CEO at Grace Kennedy Dunwebby in 2012 for the Jim Gleaner Manager of the Year award. She delves into why management has become the best aspect of her career to date.
I think part of what I've done in other companies and also here at Hardware and Lumber is a lot of the fixing and the stabilizing, and I actually enjoy it. Change management, it's fun, and I really enjoy it. But for me, the biggest impact is how I impact the people. Because you get into an organization that you need to address issues in, you make tough decisions. You have to make tough decisions. How do you balance the making of those tough decisions with getting the people on board and seeing the people transition almost like new life? So for me, I believe that's the biggest accomplishment. Here, you know, where we were last year, this time, and where we are today, I've been sharing, it's a joy coming to work. It's a joy listening to the people talk about what they want to see for the business. They're taking the lead, and I'm being updated on things that they've done. That's the joy. You know, it's almost like watching a flower bloom.
She shares how she remains grounded and inspired.
I'm a praying woman, deeply so, and so I get, you know, keep centered and grounded because of that. I see how my children respond and have responded to the successes I've enjoyed, and it's so important for me to set the right examples, you know, for them. So that keeps me focused. And there are some persons in the working world, not necessarily in this industry. Within Grace Kennedy, we have some stalwarts. To mention a few, Owen Burton was there. He has retired, has had some influence on me. My immediate previous supervisor, Ryan Mack, pretty strong as well. There's Don Webby, who is, needs no elaboration there. So there, I admire Richard Biles. You know, I've not worked with him, but you look on, and so there are enough persons, I believe, right here in Jamaica who can provide, you know, enough source of inspiration.
Her advice to aspiring achievers is
Work hard. Work hard, balance, be honest, because honesty goes a long way. You know, it's not just, I know we hear it a lot, honesty, integrity, but your integrity. And your integrity goes, it's doing what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. A lot of times it's your performance, you know, that is gonna move you along. It's not, because you may think that it's important to network and socialize and so on, but at the end of the day, it's what you do and how well you do it that will make the difference.
profound words of advice coming from Andrea Coy, CEO of Hardware and Lumber, sharing with us her journey on The Achievers. We have indeed been inspired. For The Achievers, I'm your host, Tamara McHale.